children, they don't work out. Yeah. And I have a son who is 12 years old. So sometimes I need to be careful because I often kind of push him to, like run or, go walking and stuff like that in a sense that because he doesn't exercise enough and so on. But he does, but it's not in the same way as I think. Yeah. He just plays, and then by playing, he moves naturally. Yeah. In fact, he even runs when he doesn't have to run. When someone rings the bell at the front door, he just runs to the entrance. Yeah. Don't work out for longevity if you want to increase your Ikigai. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of Ikigai Biohacking and the Ikigai Diet. So, working out, whether it's strength training or aerobic exercise, is very big, isn't it, in the field of health and longevity? Now, many people talk about exercise and they say if you want to stay healthy and live longer, you need to exercise. Yeah? But you know what? Centenarians don't work out. Yeah, they move naturally, but they don't go to the gym or they don't go jogging and stuff like that. Yeah. So do you know Samurai Matcha? He's a YouTuber. He lives in Nagano Prefecture, which is the second longest lived prefecture in Japan at the moment. And then he kind of gives information about Japanese culture in general in his YouTube channel. Yeah. And his recent video, which is called 11 Secrets for Longevity interview with Mr. Mr. Taira. Yeah. So Mr. Taira lives in Ogimi village in Okinawa, which became the model for the Blue Zone. Yeah. And then, so Mr. Taira says that they don't work out. They don't go to the gym in Okinawa. Yeah. And another interesting thing is that French women don't jog. Now, French people in general are considered to be healthy in spite of their diet. Yeah. And then, so Marie Giuliano, the author of French Women Don't Get Fat, says this in a documentary program called French Paradox, How Rich Food and Wine Could Help You Stay Healthy. Yeah, she says the French women don't jog because jogging is boring. It's some kind of fitness type of thing, yeah, which is not for fun, yeah. Instead, they walk. They go walking. It's much more fun. It's more like a relaxing and creative and so on. And I think it is true. Yeah, I enjoy walking very much. Walking is an art. Yeah, it's not so much an exercise, more of an art. Yeah, I go both walking and jogging, but for me, jogging is more like an exercise. It is like you jog for fitness, but walking you don't necessarily do it for fitness. You just enjoy walking and you explore the town, and there's so many stimulus, like when you look at the cafes and different kind of houses, and everything is really stimulating, and then it is a very creative in that sense. Whether you go city walking or the country walking, it is a creative act. Yeah. And I am a writer and I write novels. Yeah. And novel writing is very creative work. Yeah. So I usually have a lot of ideas, and people ask me, how do you get your ideas? And I always say, from my walking. I always get my ideas from my walking. In fact, I love walking. I go walking every day. And that's why I am so creative in when it comes to this writing. Yeah, yeah. And then, in fact, I used to live in a place called Asagaya in Tokyo. And there was a public bathhouse about 20 minutes walk from my apartment. And then the combination of walking and having a bath is excellent. Yeah. So whenever I got stuck with my plot, yeah, I just walk to that public bathhouse. So the 20 minutes like walking and then having a bath for an hour or so, and then coming back another 20 minutes on foot. Yeah. Usually I got my answers. Yeah. So walking is great. Yeah. And as I said before, you don't walk for fitness. It is more free and it's kind of fun in that sense. Yeah. And then it can become your ikigai.
Right.
So what does ikigai mean? There are two meanings to ikigai. One is daily joys or pleasure that motivate you to live. Yeah. And the second meaning is life purpose or goal that defines who you are. Now, when we talk about the ikigai in the context of longevity, often the first definition is the one that people talk about. Yeah, having some kind of a daily joys or pleasures. Yeah, that you feel that gives you a juice. You can look forward to. So it is better if activities are fun and something that you can enjoy. Yeah. By the way, have you ever seen this diagram? This is not Ikigai. So it doesn't mean Ikigai at all. Yeah. So don't think this is Ikigai. Yeah. But anyway, so Ikigai is important, and working out can be your Ikigai too. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do enjoy working out. Yeah, and it definitely becomes your Ikigai if you enjoy working out. Yeah, because I have some athletic background. I used to go to the gym. I used to jog regularly and so on. So I don't mind following a certain fitness routine and doing that, and it becomes sort of fun. It's something that you can look forward to doing every day. Yeah. Um, However, fitness culture doesn't appeal to some. Yeah. If you have some sort of athletic background, maybe it's okay. But if you don't have athletic background, then it it's not so fun for some people. Yeah. And yet, for some reason, this entire fitness or exercise thing is overrated, especially in the field of health and longevity. People talk about exercising all the time. And then usually they bring this typical fitness culture, yeah, such as how many reps you should do, what muscle you need to train, and when you do the carb, how long do you need to run, and all kind of stuff like that, which is a little off-putting for people who don't enjoy working out. Yeah, and then if it is presented to the in the way as if this is the only way you can stay healthy and live longer. Yeah. And especially for people older, people who are over 60, uh, we have been working all our life. Yeah. Whether it is mentally or physically, we always set our goals and we worked hard to achieve those goals. So maybe it's time for us to relax and stop doing that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, come on, give us a break. We have done that all our life. It's time to relax and enjoy our life. So don't give me all those, fitness protocols and, regimens and stuff like that. Yeah. So I understand how some people feel that way. Yeah. And then look at children. They don't work out. Yeah. And I have a son who is 12 years old. So sometimes I need to be careful because I often kind of push him to, like run or, go walking and stuff like that in a sense that because he doesn't exercise enough and so on. But he does. But it's not in the same way as I think. Yeah. He just plays, and then by playing he moves naturally. Yeah, in fact he even runs when he doesn't have to run. When someone rings the bell at the front door, he just run to the entrance. Yeah, so children are like that. Yeah, you don't want to put them in a certain exercise routine. You just let them play and they move naturally. And that spontaneity, that creativity is important for adults too, for the senior citizens too. Yeah. And so you can bring playfulness into your exercise. Yeah. So when you do sport, do it for the sake of fun, not for the sake of exercise. Yeah. Or you can play basketball, play baseball, or play tennis. Yeah. And recently there are like a paddle tennis and pickleball and those tennis like sports too. And they are very popular. So do them, if you can enjoy them, that's great. They become your ikigai. And especially if you play this kind of sport with other people, you have a social, interaction with others, and that becomes your Ikigai too. Yeah. So in that sense, I mean, taking part in a HIIT class or Zumba class at the gym is okay because you have a social aspect, right? And if you are not into regular sports, but more like, outdoor sports, then yeah, you can go skiing or you can go canoeing or you can go hiking. Yeah. But the idea is don't measure your workload. Just, yeah, enjoy, yeah, your hiking and so on. Yeah. Don't time, like how long you walked and, how many kilometers you walked and so on. Yeah. That ruin the whole fun aspect of it. And some of you are not really into any kind of sport at all, and that's okay. You can always dance. Dance is an incredibly healthy activity. Yeah. In fact, I sometimes dance. I mean, I have this I call it YouTube dance, which is I play some music on YouTube and I kind of dance in front of the computer, along with the song, and it's really fun. And then you move a lot. It is a really great fitness activity. I mean, just like going jogging, I feel the same sort of effect from dancing. So dancing is a great way, and or even singing. It's not as physically demanding as dancing, but still, it becomes great breathing exercise. Or when you play instrument like wind instrument like trumpet or you know um, saxophone and stuff like that, you do become what is called a hypoxia, the state of hypoxia, which is also considered to be the key for longevity, having that kind of breathless sort of a situation. Yeah. And well, let's say if the singing doesn't get into the state of hypoxia as much as high intensity activity does, still you do get intellectual stimulus or artistic stimulus, and that is important. That is important for your brain health, and then that can prevent you from catching dementia, for example. Yeah. So intellectual or artistic stimulus is as critical as physical stimulus. In fact, I talked about this in the other video I shared with you, the secret behind Shiga becoming the longest lived prefecture in Japan. So people in Shiga, many of them do some kind of intellectual activity. They read many books, for example. Yeah. So yeah, you need to think about many aspects, not only the physical health. Right. And then in that sense, traveling is great because it is intellectually and physically stimulating. Yeah. Number one, you become curious, because you go to a new place and the curiosity is very mentally stimulating. And then you plan your trip. You look at the map and you check the train timetable and stuff like that. And then once you get to the place, you walk a lot. Yeah. If you use a public transportation, you end up walking a lot in your destination. So it's a great way for your total stimulation. Right. Yeah. So the bottom line is don't think like working out is the only way for health. Yeah. There are many other ways that can improve your health. And then it is better if you can combine your healthy activity with your Ikigai, something that you can enjoy and something that you can make it as your Ikigai to look forward to doing every single day. And that is the key to continue doing it for a long time. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya, the author of Ikigai Biohacking and the Ikigai Diet. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Yeah. How do you exercise or, do you do any of the things that I told you today, like, dancing or, doing outdoor activities for your exercise instead of just doing a regular kind of fitness oriented, workout sort of program? Yeah. So please share your comment in the comment section below. Thank you. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!